Hello and welcome to the New Age Geeks channel. If you're new here, we're building an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight, we have Forging Fates, a sober D&D campaign set in the Critical Role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. Hello, Fists of Fate.
Hello.
Hello.
A message from our sponsor. If you enjoy the music we have going on here in Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. SonCraft bot allows you to play open source, community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server. With just a few clicks, whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40 plus music genres and 20 plus soundscape types, global genre selection, and 2 premium Discord servers. All for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code, you can get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot of your choosing to your server, then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of the rest.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Good job.
And then just a reminder for everybody is that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you can. Just subscribe to our Twitch and join our Discord, and also subscribe to our YouTube. Where in these you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast along with other members of our growing community. And then another reminder is that the best way to help us out is with engagement. So remember to watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that these platforms know to share us with everyone else. And beyond that, we also have posts going up on Twitter and Instagram and the TikTok. So if you're on these platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Hell yeah. Now listen up, mother. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry guys. Hi. Happy September, everybody, or should I say September? This month, Twitch is offering special discounts to new and upgrading subscribers for up to 30% off your subscription costs. Now, this doesn't apply to you if you are using Twitch Prime or are simply continuing an existing subscription, but for those of you interested in a higher tier sub or a multi-month subscription, now would be the time to do so. There are rules and restrictions, so check out the details page on that, but definitely check that out because it'll help you, it'll help us, it'll help CC do more of those fantastic little bits. And if discounts aren't enough for you, how about free subscriptions? That's right, I'm talking about Twitch Prime again. If you are already paying Mr. Beeswax for Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime absolutely free. And that affords you a free 1-month subscription to the channel of your choosing. And every month you'll need to go in and resubscribe to that channel or a new one, but it's a small price to pay to not have to pay a price at all. And if you're willing to help us out with money, that's different. We have a tip feature here on Twitch, which uses PayPal for safe, secure, one-time donations. You're invited to use bits in the Twitch chat, and we have a we have a modest merch shop for hoodies and goodies, including new stickers, whisper leggings, shirts, hoodies, the totally trustworthy Not a Mimic line, and a Patreon for those who wish to donate to our cause and get a little something back. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page, and we can begin those discussions there.
Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, this episode is being pre-recorded. So enjoy our first pre-recorded episode. That being said, Whisper, do you want to tell us about the episode of Goodberry Cafe that's posted up today for them on the YouTube channel?
Yeah, so last week, my friends and I played a game called Killer Ratings, where we were all failing reality ghost hunting TV show together and doing our season finale. So definitely it's on YouTube today if you missed it last Monday. So definitely check it out and see who survived.
Okay. Any other other announcements that we need to know of? I don't think so.
Are we are hiatusing for 1 week this month, and then we are back next month.
The
Enjoy the Monday off.
The 25th will be off. The 26th, I will be interviewing Emmeline Sterling of TikTok fame, and we'll be talking about all the things that go into her story and how she is affecting the geek culture and all the things she's up to. So that will be live the 26th on Twitch right here. So catch us there. Alrighty. If no one's got anything else, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. Alrighty, so picking up where we last left off, the team having made their way to the inn, met a pair of individuals familiar to Gormrog and Tristan, but seemingly, what's the best way to describe this? They had an artifact, or several artifacts, and were looking to find the other pieces of, one of which Whisper is currently in possession of. They began negotiations to try and retrieve it from her, or have her join them, as well as the rest of you. But you all decided to take the evenings to think about it and discuss your plans, and all went to rest. Some conversations were had, and eventually the next day, you all went, enjoyed your morning meals, where Rainer and Sammy were waiting for you to have the discussion further. You all went outside to begin to have this conversation, where Finnick was used one of her mind reading abilities to dive deeper into the mind of the mysterious pair, finding out the location and some of the peoples and plans behind the blades, finding some of the locations for them, though vague. Whisper was also given another piece of the Nox blade, with Rainer and Sammy attempting to foster some goodwill between the two parties. Eventually, you found out that they're heading towards Whitestone for what you assumed would be the Titanstone Knuckles, though I don't know if that was actually confirmed. And from there, Clover decided to enter back into the establishment to recover your gold from the previous evening, and you all begin to do a bit of shopping, gathering some resources for the journey ahead. Where that journey exactly leads hasn't been fully locked down yet, but that is where we are at, as we rewind a bit as Clover begins to make her way out from the party back in towards the inn. Let me get this. Okay, so Clover, what's the battle plan? What's the attack plan here? Which way you going in?
Listen, I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so she enters back through the door and through the inn door, and what do I see?
Okay, entering back inside the inn, it's still relatively empty, especially the two major parties from that had stayed there that evening being now outside. You see a short halfling woman kind of making her way behind the countertop, cleaning up the space as the morning is kind of getting started. You see an elven man, very young in appearance, kind of making his way between the tables, wiping them down, and cleaning up that space. You hear some footsteps up overhead as some of the other patrons may be rising in their beds and getting prepared for the evening, for the day, or maybe housekeeping, kind of getting rooms tidied up. But besides that, not a whole lot's going on.
What's the name of the woman from yesterday? Did I get it?
Yesterday, her name was. I don't know if you got it.
Okay. Oh, is she in this
You
room?
don't see her currently.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the, I guess, halfling woman and ask, is the lady in charge around?
Um, you looking for Miss Silverleaf?
Probably.
No, she's not currently working. Is there something I can help you with?
What time does she get in?
She usually does the afternoon shift to kind of greet all the patrons as they come in for the evening.
Oh, does she stay in this inn?
Well, she's the owner. So yes, she has a room up on the top floor.
Oh. Okay, well, if you see her later, tell her that, Willow Goldleaf was looking for her.
Willow Goldleaf. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I'm just
That's a
gonna.
ironic.
I know. I
Willow
was thinking
Silverleaf.
the same thing. I wonder if we're related. I don't know. I have to go back up to my room to get something, but thank you for your help. Have a great day.
You too, dear.
And I will head back up the steps, not necessarily in the direction of my room, but I was hoping to just have a conversation with this woman, but she's not working, so I guess we're gonna have to go find her room.
Okay. So easy enough, you make your way back up to the second floor, where all the inn rooms are. There is another floor above this that you'd gather would probably be where her room would be.
Yeah, this is where she put us lower class. She'd be above us, natural.
Of course.
So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and let me look at my inventory really quick. Well, I'm just gonna stealth because
Okay.
I don't have any spells. I'm just gonna stealth around the third floor and see what I find.
Okay, first go ahead and roll stealth check for me.
Okie doke. Not bad. Plus 22.
Okay. You feel pretty stealth as you begin to make your way up the stairs towards the third floor. As you come to the top of the stairs, there's a very small little opening, like a small landing to the stairs, and then there's a doorway directly in front of you.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay, you reach to open it, and it's locked.
I'm gonna unlock it. This is so weird. Wait, I'm gonna put my ear up to the door and see what I hear.
Okay, roll a perception check for me.
Okay. 19.
Okay, putting your ear to the door, you listen in, and you hear the faint sound of like.
Yeah, why not? Let's do this. I'm gonna unlock this door with the sleeping person right on the other side of it.
Roll a lockpick check.
Okay. What am I rolling for that?
Roll d20, add your dexterity bonus, and then add your
And
proficiency bonus for the Steve's tools.
Proficiency bonus. Oh, I see. Okay. 22.
Okay, easy enough. You're able to You hear the faint click as your tools enter into the lock and easily turn the relatively basic lock and unlock it. And you feel the door kind of open slightly.
I'm gonna drop down, and I'm gonna army crawl, and I'm gonna look for my monies. And maybe some other stuff. Who knows? This lady was a bitch. I
Entering
Go
into
ahead.
the room, you see a large 4-poster bed, like centered in the middle of the room. These beautiful golden silk tapestries kind of hanging from each of the corners. You see the woman sprawled out on the bed. Her kind of like silk sheets barely covering herself. You see another much larger form in the bed.
Is it Rainer?
No. Dark red skin. Just from the brief look, kind of looks to be like a hobgoblin of sorts. But they don't seem to stir as you kind of stealth your way in. There are several bookshelves almost on towards the back of the wall with a desk kind of candy cornered facing a window with several ledgers kind of opened up on it. You see a pile of gold sitting on the corner of the desk, and you get that she probably where she does a lot of the accounting for the business.
Amongst her like clothes, or like outerwear, do I see a coin purse?
On her persons?
Not on her persons. Amongst her like clothing and accessories.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an investigation check as you try and like search the room for.
That was a natural 20 for a 27.
Okay, easy enough. So looking around, you see a few piles of clothing on the floor. As you begin to rifle through what you gather to be her clothing, you find a coin purse, but as you kind of grab it, it is empty.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the ledge. I'm gonna be very, very quiet. Tiptoe like a bunny.
Was that an Elmer Fudd reference from a rabbit character?
That one wasn't quite as good, but it was still not bad for a 19.
19. Okay.
10 plus 9. Yep.
Okay. You make your way over towards the
Fucking
desk.
rogues.
What?
I said fucking rogues, man.
You make your way over to the desk.
It's not great. It's just a 19.
Well, whatever. You're good at stuff.
Making your way over to the desk, there is a pile of gold there. There's another bag seated on the desk that's kind of half drawn that's slumped over to the side that looks like it might have some gold in it. There's as I said, a ledger kind of opened up on the desk with a quill kind of dipped into the ink pot towards the front of it.
Okay. Feel like if there's a stack of coins, they've probably been counted, and if there's a bag of coins, they probably haven't been counted yet, or have been counted and won't be counted again. So I'm just gonna reach into the bag and grab a handful.
Okay. Roll 2d12 for me.
I don't even. Okay, I do have. Is this a D12? No, that's a D10. This is a D12. Is this a D12? Oh, that's a D20. Okay, I've got one. That's fine. I got a 10 and a 7.
Okay, so you pull out 17 gold with no.
Oh.
You actually got those D12 backwards. She got a 7 and a 10. So it should be 710.
Anyways,
Okay.
I tried.
I'm gonna stick it into my pocket, and I'm going to. Can I look around and see if there's anything else super cool?
go ahead and roll one more investigation check for me.
My D20 my 20 last time didn't cut it. This one was a 5 plus 7, so
You
a 12.
A natural 20 before in the investigation check, right?
I did.
Okay, then never mind. You shouldn't have had to roll that. My fault. Okay, looking around, you see a bit of leather armor kind of strewn across the floor. You gather this might be the other individual in the bed. You also see a much smaller set of like clothing.
Do I see any like? No, that would just be silly. Well, do I see like a journal or a diary? I just want to read a page from her diary. I'm not even gonna steal it.
Not out in the open. Like
Okay.
Nothing that's sitting out.
I wanted to learn a little bit more about this guy, but what about jewelry?
What about jewelry?
I mean,
jewelry.
Yeah, what did I say?
I heard jewelry. Is that a person I named? I don't remember.
I was saying, he looked over, he's like, who the
Let me check my notes.
Looking across the end table next to her bed, there is several ornate rings laid out across there. Some with red gems, green gems.
I'm gonna grab one with a green gem, and then I'm gonna back out.
Okay.
I didn't close the door, so it's already open.
Roll a sleight of hand check for me as you come. You're very close to the bed now, and
16 plus. Oh, my sleight of hand is lower than I thought. 6. Actually, that's not as great as I thought. Shit, 22.
Okay. So as you kind of delicately snatch up the ring, you hear the slight rustling in the bed next to you, and you see a third body, much smaller than the other two, kind of roll over, and looks much smaller, as in halfling, just to correct any misconception that face was.
Oh, I thought they had a child. There was a small child sleeping in their bed with them. In a good way, in a loving family. Like, it's morning, we're all hanging out together. Okay.
You see a much smaller, grown halfling man roll over in the bed as you kind of begin to make your way out of the room.
Do I recognize him?
No.
Okay. Sometimes us halflings just know each other. I'm a Heron gone now, though, so this is all internally happening inside of Clover's head. She's realizing that. And then she leaves.
You close the door behind you?
Nope.
Okay. So
nope.
You
dipping.
Make your way back downstairs. You see one of the younger elven women kind of making her way out of the room, one of the rooms, pulling out her broom and stuff like that, kind of clutching things.
I'm pulling my hood up a little bit tighter around my face. I'm still wearing the thing that Tristan bought me.
Okay. As you begin to walk past her, she kind of tilts her face down and gives you a slight bow. Have a great morning, ma'am.
I just sneeze past her.
Okay. And she kind of turns as you walk away and begins to make her way towards the next room. You make your way down the second set of stairs, back to the first floor. Anything you'd like to do?
Out the door, looking for my friends.
All right. So, as you exit, your friends are not there, but within an hour or two, they begin to make their way back towards the inn, and you will...
I'm just hanging outside in the bushes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As an hour or two passes by, the rest of the team kind of begins to reassemble once more, and you are all together.
And all form the head.
Hey guys. I did a mission, and now I don't want to go back into that inn, so I think we should find another place to sleep tonight.
Lova, I thought you would go to sleep. What happened?
I don't know.
Okay. So what happened?
We should talk about it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Wanna go to the magic shop? We came back to get you the coat.
Yes, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, magic shop. Magic shop, magic shop, magic shop.
Magic.
Cool.
Shop.
So according to my notes from last time, we are gonna go to the magic shop called. Joe, help me out here.
Waiting for you to tell me.
Fuck.
Bro.
It's
I can
it's
help
the
you there.
No, we talked about it. We said the name of the
Sure.
place and the things, and we're gonna do the stuff and the things, guys. Help. Treetop Trader.
Okay.
Got it. I'm so good at this, you guys. Notes.
Go in there.
Because Hjalmar, the dwarf, told us where to go for that.
Okay. So, you kind of make your way through the city. That is, as you come out from this like very high end area back towards more of the marketplace district, you see more remnants of the city kind of being cleaned up as the rubble has kind of been cleared from the streets at this point, and the effort on reconstruction is well in hand. You see wyverns now kind of patrolling the city pretty regularly in this kind of post-attacks stage as the guard has been reorganized and kind of reforged in this post-battle. But you make your way over towards the Treetop Traders, and much like its namesake, the entire area is this very outdoors feeling. The tents, it's very much like a tent market, and all of them are. It looks like the pylons for each of the tents were grown out of trees and then draped with canvases, so the whole space has this very outdoor market feel to it. But as you kind of enter in, there are several booths spread out throughout the space, all occupied by elven individuals. But they look to have a few different sort of things. There's like a camp supply space for any camping stuff. This is not so much like a magical item shop. It's more of an open market for different things.
This is not what I was expecting. But we can go look around.
What were you expecting?
Honestly, I'm gonna pull out a ring from my bag. It's got a little feather wrapped around. It's like a band that is a feather. Clova identified this as being magical, but I don't know what it does. So I was hoping to find somebody to figure that out. Otherwise, I'm kind of hoping to find some advantages that might assist us in the coming days, weeks, months, years, etc. Because tired of getting my ass kicked.
I feel that.
Yeah, I can relate there.
But more daggers would be good. At the very least.
Look around and
So I'm gonna look around. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
just look around and see what piques our interest.
Finnick, can you pull your microphone a little closer to your face? Really low. Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Okay. What are you guys looking for in particular?
if I could find any kind of healing anything, just to be lucky, looking like you're looking into a random store, you never know what you're gonna find in the random shelves
Okay.
clearance section.
Roll investigation.
13 plus 0, 13.
What's everyone else looking
Uh, someone to identify the ring, and potentially anything else we've got.
for? Roll investigation check for me.
Can I assist? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking for the same thing.
You wanna-
roll with advantage?
Don't know that it's going to be a great roll, but let's give it a shot. If I can hold on to my dice before rolling them, that'd be nice. Instead of dropping them in my lap. That is a natural 20, plus 1 for 21.
Okay. So, as you begin to look around, kind of looking at all the different booths and spaces, you see one booth that is much sparser than the rest. They have very little on their actual tabletop. There's just a sign that kind of posted out front that offers guidance and wisdom. So, as you kind of make your way over to them, they eye you as you come closer, and as you approach and ask if they do identifications, they do.
So, once again, I'll pull out the ring and I'll say, are you able to tell me what exactly this does?
As you kind of approach closer and you see, sort of get a good look at the woman. Elven features, very old. These deep, heavy creases across their face. Her silver hair kind of tied up into a ponytail behind her hair, but you see it's like thinning in the front. She kind of holds her hand out. I can certainly help identify that for you for a price.
What exactly do you charge for this service?
We could do 20 gold per identification.
Seems a little steep.
Well, it draws a great price from me.
What if we have multiple items? Can we get a discount on multiple items?
A group discount. How many do you have?
I have 2 items.
Okay. So 3 altogether?
Yes.
Very well. What do we say? 50 for 3.
Done.
Okay. So, which one do you want done first?
Gormag's first.
Okay. She takes the ring from you. There's a brief moment where you see her eyes kind of glow, and the ring, her palm kind of glows as the ring sits in it. She kind of closes her hand upon it before holding it out to you to hold once more. This is a ring that if you were to fall from a great height, it would help break your fall and ensure you accrue no damage as you come to the ground.
Interesting. Thank you.
What's next?
I will hand her the brooch.
The brooch. You see her eyes glow once more. She kind of grasps onto the brooch. She holds it now like this and hands it off towards you. This brooch, as long as you wear it, it will, if an attack is coming towards you that you are not prepared, this can help bolster your defenses for a time. It is a brooch of shielding.
and then I have a ring.
Remind me where the ring's from.
The same place that the brooch was from.
You got it off the... Oh, I got
Wasn't it?
As she takes the last ring and kind of casts the spell once more. This ring will help you move through water quite easily. Hands it back to you. This is a ring of swimming.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you very much. And I'll slide her 5 platinum.
Thank you so much, dearie. Is there anything else I can do for you? Just like your fortune's red, or...
You read
No, I like him green.
How much?
You see Tristan perk up, but he doesn't pay attention. But his eyes kind of.
How much do you charge for reading fortunes?
Depends. I can do a gold per fortune, or we could do a trade of some kind.
Well, what kind of trade?
Well, depends. Depends on what you have to offer.
Is it like... I'm sorry, I'm not really understanding.
She kind of reaches a hand out as if asking for your hand.
Can I just do like a quick insight check on her? See if like this is malicious in any way, shape, or form?
Roll an insight check.
Okay, Phoebe. Thank you.
As they're doing that, Tristan goes.
Sorry,
What'd you roll?
15.
Okay. What's up, Tristan?
I was gonna say that while she was deciding, Tristan's gonna go and put his hand in her hand. Just walk up, nonchalantly put his hand in her hand. The fortunist.
All right. So Finnick. The
It's absolutely malicious, and Tristan just walked into the trap.
right. No, she's. I mean, she's hard. She's definitely hard to read. It doesn't necessarily seem like she's going to attack you in this moment, but she's certainly looking for. She's definitely interested in your group. I'll say that much. Tristan, as you kind of grasp her hand, she grips your hand with her other hand and begins to run her arm up your sleeve underneath your shirt, and you feel her kind of grasp onto one of the scales in your arm. I'll trade you for one of these.
What would you be willing to trade?
Your fortune.
Tristan takes he smiles and looks back at Gormrog. And
Is it a deal? You feel her begin to slowly pry the scale off your arm before her hand retreats.
No, rip it off like a band-aid. Gross.
Before her hand retreats out from inside your sleeve, and she kind of like twists her fingers, and the scale disappears in her grip. You feel the blood kind of pool underneath against your shirt. Well, would anyone else care to have their fortunes read today?
Me.
What would you like to trade, dear?
Gold.
All
You said a gold, right?
Yeah.
Then yes, a gold, please. I want my fortune.
She reaches out and takes the gold from you. Anyone else?
Should I get a souvenir?
The knowledge of what the fates hold for you.
But no trinket. Okay, no, I'm good.
I'm personally intrigued. I will hand her a gold.
Okay. And you, sir?
I'll put a gold on the counter.
Oh, fine. Well, if
Wouldn't-
everybody's doing it, I'm gonna do it, obviously.
I'll put another gold on the counter.
Very well. A group insight. She kind of waves her hand, and the four walls of her little space kind of drop down with these canvas things, instantly darkening it a lot in here as you see flames kind of begin to dance above the space, lighting the interior of this small.
Wow.
She kind of reaches under her countertop and pulls out this small crystal orb and kind of places it down in the center of her table.
I wonder if I could read the fortune through Jimmy Jim.
Where's Talon during all this, by the way?
Where did we leave him?
You brought him with you.
Yeah. But then we said we were going to bring him to a stable or something. I don't know, the times.
No, we just brought him in.
Yeah, I think he's with.
Yeah, but yes, and then I asked, is there a stable? Is there a place you can keep him inside the city for the night? And he said yes, and I told him not to eat the horses.
Okay.
So
That's where he is.
yeah, I don't know if we ever made it to the stable because we did like weird
Would
timey-wimey
you have
things.
wanted to make it to the stable or no?
Yeah,
Okay, then
before
that's where he
we,
is.
yeah.
For simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
He's eating the horses.
He is devouring horse meat right now.
Better not be eating. Don't worry.
He promised.
Taco Bell for dinner.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So, as you all kind of gather around, she holds her hands out to either side of you, reaching, expecting hands to grasp in the center. Please, please.
I'm gonna go in. My hands out.
Picking up Tristan's hand.
Hesitantly putting my hand out.
Okay. Does everyone grasp
Clover-
hands?
I guess Clover's like full of regret as she does this, but doesn't want to not want doesn't is gonna do it. Gonna do it.
So.
Whisper's just like in it.
Yeah.
Rumrog's very just like, yeah, all right, I guess. I'll play along with you, hoop-de-hoo.
As you all kind of grasp hands together, you see her kind of close her eyes for a moment. And the air kind of begins to get hot in this space. You see her vision kind of, her eyes start to flash wildly underneath her eyelids. She kind of looks in at whatever it is she's seeing. A few moments go by and you hear her kind of feel, those of you that are holding her hands, you feel her hands grip down hard as she processes whatever vision she is seeing. Tristan. She turns towards you first. Her eyes flash open. They're just completely white. And she speaks out in a voice, not the one you've heard her using, but one you've heard in the past. Do you think you could escape from us, boy? We'll find you. You only have to wait. We'll find where you are. I can see it on you already. You'll be one of us soon. Her eyes close again. She kind of rocks back. Clover. She looks towards you next. Her eyes opening. A voice speaks, one that you're not familiar with. I can't wait to see you, daughter. I know it's... Don't come here, wait. Just wait. We'll find you, I swear it. This isn't the place for you yet. Eyes close again. She looks towards you now, Finnick. The eyes open once more. You feel hot air begin to come from her mouth. And these embers begin to push out like she's almost getting ready to breathe flames. And you feel it just press against your body.
I'm sort of flinching at this,
As
for
you
sure.
try and pull back, her grip locks down against you and she pulls you closer. You see the red in her, like fire in her throat beginning to come up and get ready to be belched out towards you before her eyes and mouth close once more. Whisper, she looks towards you next. And as her eyes open, they're just black. You need to make a choice, young one. Join us or let it go. Her eyes close once more and looks towards you, Gormrog. Her eyes open once more. And just that overglossed white. And then they close. And you feel the heat begin to rise and dissipate from the space. As the flames kind of begin to die out. Her grip relaxes on you all. Her eyes open once more and they're returned to normal. She lets go of the hands. How did it go?
No money back.
Well, sorry, there's no
Yeah.
refunds.
Well, I paid for something that I didn't get.
Well, no answer is an answer sometimes.
Well, no
So-
money is money sometimes.
Well, that doesn't make sense. I hope this was enlightening for you all.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that was
fortune
really a
tellers are
future.
bogus.
What'd you say?
I was wondering other things. I don't know if that was really a future. It was something I already knew.
Well, what kind of future would you like me to read for you, dear?
I don't know. I just don't know what's next in my life. So maybe how I die or something. I don't know.
Yeah, tell me my career. Tell me about money. Tell me about love. Tell me about...
Yeah. Tell him that.
Am I going to be a
Does he end
hero,
up
a
with
villain?
Polaris?
Does Polaris come back? Does somebody else enter my life? Does Quell come in and declare his love for me? I don't know. But, like,
You like Quell?
I mean, I like a lot of people. Don't worry about it.
What about
I didn't
12?
see that.
Oh, what about Quel's 20 wives? Are we gonna meet them?
Husbands and wives.
Yeah.
Why not make it 21? But
Well, they're clearly not answering any more questions, so I'm done here.
you don't remember any of the things that happened or that were said?
I have no... just let this vision speak through me.
Can you talk to ghosts? Just wondering.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not convinced. Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
Guidance.
Wait, no.
Guidance.
Play. Would help if I grabbed a d20 and not a d12.
Should let on a clover.
14 plus 3 is 17 plus a d4 from the guidance is 4, making it 21.
Okay. She's
Can she speak to ghosts, or is she just saying yes so she gets more money? Bitch.
she is convinced she can speak to ghost.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I think that my best friend is dead, and my brother's covering it up by pretending that he's writing letters to him, but not to me. But I don't believe that. So can you try to talk to my best friend and see if he's actually dead? If you can't talk to him, it probably means he's alive.
Okay.
Since you're such a good ghost talker.
I will need a gold to try and make contact.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. Let's see. She takes the gold, kind of pockets it, and begins to focus once more on the crystal ball. She kind of begins to run her hands over it. You see the inside of it begin to swirl with this cloud energy kind of taking shape inside the glass. After a few moments, what is your friend's name?
Felix Maddock.
Felix
Okay.
Maddock. Speak to us from...
Oh, I have something of his. I'm gonna pull out just like this little note of his that I've had in my pocket forever.
Okay, she's gonna take it and kind of lays it out in front of the crystal ball. Begins to focus her energy through the pair. Felix Maddox, if you are out there, please reach out towards so we can know your fate for your friend. She continues this ritual for a few minutes, kind of getting louder and louder as with each iteration of it, before eventually the energies kind of die down. Your friend did not reach out, so either he doesn't want to speak or he is not dead.
No, he wants to speak.
I'm gonna just grab the note, shove it back in my pocket, walk out, wait outside for everybody else.
I'm gonna put my hand on Tristan's shoulder just momentarily and just pat him a couple times, and I'm gonna follow Clover out.
Okay.
Tristan's gonna start walking and following Gormog. He's gonna wait like 4 or 5 steps and walk by, and then he's just gonna look at her. I'm assuming she's short, or that's the way I'm visually.
I mean, shorter than you, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna kind of look down, and his eyes will go, like a little gleam, reptilian, then back to normal really fast, like a light shine past. Not on purpose, just known, and then follow the group.
Okay. Anyone else have any business with her? Or... Okay,
If-
so what's the next step, everyone?
I was just gonna ask her one more question.
Okay.
If I asked you for another fortune, would it just be the same thing?
Depends.
On?
Is there something you want me to look for?
You know what? I think I'm okay for now. Thank you. And I turn and walk out.
Who else needs to shop? I found this really cool ring and I want to see if it's worth any money. So maybe we can find someone who buys stuff. I'm gonna look around and see if anyone buys stuff.
Yeah, everyone here is buying and selling, so it's easy enough
And
to find some sort of jeweler.
Is it like stands or is it shops?
It's more stands.
Okay, I'm gonna look around to all of the like shop keeps and see which one looks like the nicest,
Okay.
and then go to them.
Okay. I mean, it's easy enough. You're able to find a pair of elven individuals that seem to be. They have like this little corner space that's a little bit bigger than the rest of the booths in the tree chop traders area. So
Roll for finding a mark.
so it's easy enough for you to find them.
Well, I'm gonna take out the ring and I'm gonna say, oh, well, first I'll say, hi, do you guys buy things?
Yes, we do, dear. What would you like to sell?
I have this old ring, and I was wondering how much it's worth.
Well, let me see. We hold out their hand for it. Okay. They take it and kind of put on their little jeweler's eyepiece and begin to examine it. Interesting. Okay. How much were you looking to sell it for?
That's a good question. I'm pretty bad with numbers, so like 400 gold.
You could do more closer to 100. Deal?
102.
102.
Got it. Perfect. All right. Thank you for your business.
Thank you.
I half expected her to go, well, 300 is closer to 100
No,
than 400.
Clover's not lying. She's really not good with money. Not good with numbers. That was always Felix's thing. But 102 sounded like a good number.
Oh, buddy.
I'm all done.
Tristan's gonna look for just anything. He's just scamming. If they're all just stands, he's gonna look for anything that looks anything like a healing potion or anything before he even asks. Just what he can see.
You look around, but doesn't seem like healing potions or something that's really around here.
Okay.
Is Whisper still inside with the old lady?
No. I've left. I was annoyed.
Hey, Featherhead.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you with
Yeah.
the blue feather sticking out your head.
Yeah, what's up?
You with the face. I'm gonna pull out the ring of feather falling and say, you have any interest in not dying if you hit the ground too hard from a high up place?
Sounds like something I would do.
Accidentally turn into a goldfish or something as you fall off a cliff?
I don't think I can do a goldfish yet. But maybe someday.
Well, until that day, maybe stay safe at high locations, because I can already do this. So I don't need the extra. And feathers seem to be kind of your thing. So
I do like feathers. Cool. Thank you,
I don't know.
Conrad.
Yeah.
And this is the one with the feather on it, and it's so pretty.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Ring of feather falling.
Cool.
Requires attunement, but you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling.
Ooh.
It's just a blanket effect. It's not determinate on distance or numbers. It's just no damage when falling.
Okay.
Gormok,
Hmm.
Do you want this brooch? I feel like you'd encounter more close combat than I would.
It's the brooch of shielding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that off your hands if you're willing to part with it.
Well, I'm not attached to it yet, so take it while you can.
I'll take anything you're willing to give. Thank you. I'll fasten it to outfit.
Makes you
Started
look
tuning.
fancy.
Started tuning to it. Yeah, you think so? Me? Fancy? Who would have thought?
The gold makes your eyes pop.
So does anyone want to do more shopping, or should we go find the squirrel?
Given the lack of like official stuff, like big stuff, I'm gonna assume that there's no place where they're perhaps selling a racers of uh, flying daggers by any chance, are they?
No.
Don't think so. Damn.
Finally, probably find something like that once we get back into the hustle and bustle of Westren.
Yeah, maybe. If they rebuilt those establishments that were burning in the fires, or
Weeks
Gilmore's
since
got
then,
a
I'm sure.
yeah, Gilmore's got his shop set up, perhaps. Right? They said Gilmore was setting up a shop.
Yep.
Western.
Yep.
The Western branch. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty good with throwing daggers, but running out is a problem. So I wanna
Yeah.
find a way to do that without running out. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's understandable. But I think I'm set here.
Yeah, me too. You wanna go find that squirrel? What was his name? Benny? Bernie?
Bernie, I
Bernie.
think. Bernie the squirrel.
Yeah, Bernie. I've got a list of all the animals in our world right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, making your way back towards the grove. What's the plan after the grove? You guys heading out, or you grabbing
Well, let's do
Talon
the
on
grove
way?
first and then figure it
Yeah,
out.
I was just wondering if you're grabbing Talon on the way there or not.
Oh. It's up to...
No, because he might eat the squirrel.
Yeah, and I don't want to cause any more attention to me because I don't know if people are still in the group.
But yeah, I don't want attention on me either.
So we're just gonna go into this grove filled with people and talk to squirrels.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not the only druid here.
Okay. So, making your way back towards the grove. As you kind of enter in, you see that it's there are a lot more people up and walking around now as the druids have kind of begun to heal all the people that have been inside the grove. So you see a lot more hustle and bustle as people are kind of gathering themselves to start making their way back out into the city. Up towards the actual temple in the center of the city, in the center of the grove rather, you see the archdruid, kind of the high priestess, doing her, delegating things to other people, and there's people moving in and about. You see the now queen there seated up with her, kind of still resting, with Whisper's younger brother seated next to her rather. But you all are still pretty far off from that. How would you like to find this squirrel?
Bernie.
Does anyone have any nuts?
Sorry, Gordon.
Do you speak with animals, or do you have to see them before you can talk with them?
I mean, I don't have to see them to talk in animal language, but I don't want to waste it if we can't find the squirrel. So
Can we walk back to where all the leaf piles were and look around?
I mean, yeah, you guys can look around all you want. trying to find a squirrel in a forest. So
In the specifically where the leaf piles were.
Or any squirrels, any animal, woodland creatures.
roll a perception check.
Guidance.
Who did you guide, me or Clover?
Can we both roll?
I'll guide Whisper.
Well, I got a nat 20, so that's 26 without even guidance, and guidance is a plus a d4.
Mm-hmm. So that's minimum 27.
29.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I got a 23.
Nice.
So a 23
Hell
and a
yeah.
29.
All right.
Find
finding
all the
that
animals.
squirrel.
I see so many squirrels.
I mean, yeah, looking around, you do notice animals in the trees. There's birds, there's squirrels, there's a few chipmunks. It's a forest, a grove for a druid in the middle of the city.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the squirrel with that one cowlick right up front.
Right. Just for simplicity's sake, you notice the squirrel and call him over.
Mm-hmm. All right, then I cast Speak with Animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
What do you want?
Is your name really Bernie?
Yeah, it's Bernie. What, you got a problem with that?
No, I just didn't know if Quill was lying or not.
Why would
I didn't know
lie?
Quill.
What, I'm
know.
right here. Why would he lie about my name right in front of me?
He sent me to talk to you.
About what?
He said that you, in particular,
Mm-hmm.
know where to find the entrance to the Feywild.
Find what?
Entrance to the Feywild.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, you know, what's it gonna cost you?
What do you want?
I mean, what does every other squirrel want? Trying to get that nut.
What?
I could get you nuts. Or do you like fruit?
No, I don't like fruit. What's fruit gonna do with me? It's gonna rot away in a tree before I even get to eat it. Come on, I gotta prepare for the winter. Let's go. You get me some nuts. I'll show you where this entrance is.
All right.
Jeez, Louise, like I'm asking for too much. You want me to show you a secret portal to another realm? You can't even get me some nuts?
I said I will. I just don't have any on me.
Well, you know what? How about this? I'll start walking you guys out there. You all find all the nuts we come across, and then if it's satisfactory to me, I'll show you where this portal is. If not, man, maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I'll just wait till you can, accomplish the task.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Shouldn't be that hard.
Listen, you just gotta pay attention to the nuts.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Yeah,
It's just
okay.
such an aggressive squirrel.
I wish
Yeah,
I knew what he was saying to her.
I know, you just hear me.
That squirrel is mad as fuck.
Yeah. And I'll turn to the group. So, Quell didn't say how bossy this squirrel is, but we need to pay the toll for it to show us where the entrance to the Fey Realm is. So we have to find some nuts for it right now.
We gotta pay the troll toll to get into the Feywild.
Mm-hmm. He's a very bossy squirrel. I've never talked to a squirrel before, so maybe they're all this way, and this is just me learning something.
The squirrels in Hobolt are nice.
He jumps off the ground and kind of lands in the middle of your back, whispering, kind of starts crawling up your back and perches up on your shoulder. What are we waiting for?
All right, we're going. I'm just relaying the information. Jeez.
How long does it take to say, I want nuts?
Hi, Bernie.
What did she say?
Whoever says hi.
Well,
She says
tell her
hi.
to find me some fucking nuts, and then we can say hi.
Clover, he says to find him some fucking nuts.
Okay,
Like the
I'm
way the
looking.
squirrel's talking
Okay,
to my
I'm
friends.
looking. I'm looking for nuts. Let's go find some nuts.
All right, we're going.
I'm probably fast enough to beat up a squirrel. No, that I think about it.
We are not beating up a squirrel, but you can probably climb a tree. I don't know.
I'm gonna. I was definitely about. I'm gonna climb a tree and look for nuts.
Okay. So,
Guidance.
Nah.
roll an athletics check for me.
I
Athletics or
punched the
acrobatics?
tree.
What about an acrobatics check though?
Either one, whichever works.
Cool. Oh, I dropped my die. 1 second. Sorry, it went all the way across the room.
While she goes dice hunting, can I just grab a different tree and just start aggressively shaking it?
Just trying to shake the nuts out.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I can't fucking.
Oh.
Roll a strength check for me.
Strength check. Okay. That
All right.
is a 17 plus 2 for a 19. And I'll wait for my answer once you finish with her.
I got a 24.
Okay, easy enough.
Hell
You
yeah.
Bounce your way up that tree with no issue whatsoever.
My acrobatics is pretty good.
Now you can either roll an perception check to try and find some nuts.
Perception. That's also pretty good. That is also a 24. I rolled 15 on both of those,
Okay.
plus 9 for both
Alright,
things.
you find a few like bushels of nuts that you kind of snap off and grab like 3 at a time. You grab about maybe 6 of those from your position.
Okay. I'm shoving them in my pockets, and then I'm just gonna eat one because I want to see what the hype's all about.
It's terrible. It's disgusting. It's woody and not good.
Not good.
Good?
Uh-huh.
You get about you get 2 little bushels kind of to pop out from the tree, and they kind of land down next to you. 3 each in each of them.
I'll just pick them up and just shake them in front of the squirrel.
Is he fucking with me right now? Kind of pulls your grabs hold of like the corner of your nose, whisper, and kind of tilts your head towards Gormrog. Is he fucking with me?
I don't know what he's doing. Gormrog just.
Kind of holds out his other hand. Well, holding
Does
Whisper's
he-
nose.
Does he want the nuts or not? Like, fucking
Yes.
take them, stupid squirrel.
Just take the nuts.
He can't understand me.
Lucky.
You good?
I don't speak squirrel, and he doesn't speak
You
common.
don't know what he speaks.
He speaks nuts. Take them.
Fucking.
Guys,
Grabs
this
the
is
nuts
driving
from
me
you,
nuts.
Gormrog. Let's go your nose. Whisper. Starts like chowing down on one. All right, let's go. Let's start heading out.
All right, I'm gonna
Illinois.
slide down the tree and join the walk. I didn't like the nut that I tasted. I've had some good nuts before. Gormrog, that was you.
You were close. You could have held it.
Anyway, I've had better nuts. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, start making your way out to the Starlit Glade, and we're gonna go ahead and take our break there.
Coming out of our grove, and we've been
Nice.
doing just fine.
Yep. All right. We'll be back in a few minutes, everyone. See you soon. And we are back. All right, so picking up where we last left off, you guys are all on your way towards the Starlit Glade on a nut hunt. And okay, that's the plan, right? Just guys walking out to the Starlit Glade, squirrel on shoulder.
I'm following the crew.
Well, Squirrel's directing us, right? Because we don't know where the fuck we're going.
Well, you got to get out of the city first. So
Yeah. I mean,
Are we grabbing?
technically we didn't know that.
well, the Starlight Glade is out the forest outside of the city.
Okay.
Into
Did
the
the
wilderness.
squirrel tell me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we got to make our way to the forest outside of the city. So once we get there, you go through the front gates, and then I'll tell you where to go from there.
Okay. Do you need us to bring you back here?
I'll be all right.
Oh, okay. Well, will we pass the stable on the way?
Yeah, you could easy enough.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna pick up Talon on the way out to the Starlit thing.
Okay. How long does your speak with animals last?
10 minutes.
Okay, so begins to fade as you make your way towards the stables.
That's a long walk. Will I sense it beginning to fade?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, where can you give me directions now while I can still talk to you? Before I lose the ability to talk to you?
What, you can only do this once per day?
I mean, I only have. I can only do it one more time today.
All right. So when you get through the gates, right, you're gonna want to make a left, and then you're gonna look for a tree that has moss growing on the left hand on the directions you humans use. On the north side of the tree. When you see the tree that has moss on the north side, you're gonna go curve a little bit towards that direction, and then you're gonna wait till you find a clearing. In the clearing, there's gonna be a small pond. And around the pond, there's a bunch of rocks.
Okay.
The gate is through there.
Okay. Which direction do I curve?
Northeast when you see the tree.
Okay. Got it. Tap me, like, on the shoulder if you, because you'll still be with us, even though I can't talk to you, but, like, tap me if I'm going the wrong direction. Go, like, pop, pop, pop.
All right, we'll do. I expect payment as we go, though.
All right, we got a bunch of nuts, right? I turned to the group.
Clover is gonna pull a small handful out of one of her pockets and hand it to the squirrel.
I mean, ration it. Give him a little bit of time. We have to pay as we go.
Clover's gonna turn, like, do this, like, with her body, so that Whisper can see that she's absolutely just covered in nuts. Like, there's no shortage of nuts on Clover.
Cool.
So she continues to hold her hand out to Birdie.
Okay. As he kind of continues eating through the nuts, he throws the shells like on you as you're walking, Whisper. But so you gather Talon and begin to make your way out towards through the gates of the city, with little to no issues whatsoever, as everyone kind of is very much still dealing with their own problems at this point. You do catch a few stares walking down the street with a giant griffin, but no one makes any effort to stop you. But as you make your way out of the city, the fresh air of the forest kind of washes over all of you. Whisper, a forest you're very familiar with. You begin to follow Bernie's directions. So go ahead and roll an investigation check for me, I'll say, as you begin to make your way through the forest to try and find this tree.
During this travel, Tristan is completely out of it. He's just looking around and not paying attention. He's paying attention, but not actually involved. Knowing what's happening, very aware, just not involved at all.
Kind of exactly the opposite. Gormrog is going to keep his head on a swivel and just try and notice everything.
Okay.
Considering I know this forest well, would I get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's guiding you too, so.
Yeah.
Plus my guidance.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no. I don't know
In
if any of
Baldur's
that's gonna
Gate,
help
when you
me.
just get a bonus. 46.
11. Oh, no, wait. I didn't minus one. 10.
Okay. So, as time begins to tick by, Bernie kind of eating his nuts every little bit. You spend the better part of an hour kind of just wandering through the forest at this point, and at one point he kind of like begins to perk up and look around, and then he looks towards you and just begins to like swat you in the face with his tail.
Where is it?
Begins to point you towards a direction.
I walk.
Roll a nature check for me.
17.
Okay. You kind of getting your bearings a little bit now. Eventually, you, with Bernie's help, he kind of like pinches against your nose with his little claws and kind of turns your face towards the tree once more. And you see this moss-covered tree kind of alone. It's the only one in the area that's covered with moss. And he kind of hops down off your shoulder and runs over towards it and begins to climb it a little bit. And
That's the one. Okay. This way, guys.
you see him kind of like motioning towards you to come towards him.
And I motion towards everybody else.
Do you get close?
Yeah.
You see him rip a little bit of moss off the tree and run over towards you and kind of shove it in your hair.
Thanks.
Rolls back down your arm, rips off another piece of moss, kind of runs over towards Gormrog, saying he was paying the most attention. Runs up his arm, kind of shoves a little bit of moss inside in his ear, just like.
I'm gonna grab
This
him
may
and
be
like
part of the
throw him off.
process. Or me.
And just at least just scruff him and just.
As you do that, he stops moving and just kind of like lets his arms hang and just glares at you.
For me, I think this might be part of the process.
I'm just gonna hand him back to you.
He can walk.
He can fall too.
I won't let him fall, but
Runs Stormrock.
We all know what that meant.
Looks towards
So-
the drill down.
I'll be like, okay, is this needed to find it? Okay, well, I told him to hit me if there was like no or wrong way, so I tell the rest of them. I think we need like this moss on us, or he just wants us to look dumb. But either way, we can't move past this point.
Well, Whisper, at least the moss suits your look.
Yeah, I thought he was giving me a gift, but I should have known it was not one.
I'll just sort of squat down in front of Bernie, just expectantly.
Night you.
You see him huff on Whisper's shoulder, and he like starts climbing back down again. Runs over to the tree, grabs another piece, runs back to you, Finnick. Just like dumps it in your hand at this point. Runs, grabs another piece.
Well, thank
throws it at
you,
Tristan.
Bernie.
Clover's gonna say, no, I got this, and she's gonna grab a nut and share it with Bernie, and then she's gonna run up and climb the tree and cover herself with moss and then slide down the tree. And then give Bernie a thumbs up.
Makes his way back over you, Whisper, kind of climbing back up your back once more.
All right.
Do we actually need to cover ourselves in this moss if we're not actually going through the entrance? It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Maybe we keep it for later. I don't know. I'm not. My ability already ran out, so I can't get clear answers at the moment. He failed to tell me this part when he was telling me directions. So.
Onward.
Alrighty, so you begin to make your way northeast. Go ahead and roll one more either survival check or nature check. You can follow the last bit of the path.
Let's do survival because it's new.
Guidance.
Ooh, that was a critical fail.
Did you add guidance?
I didn't. I mean, then that's a 4. Oh wait, no. Survival. That's a 7.
We have
total.
advantage, don't forget.
Oh, okay. Didn't know. Thought it was just the first time. That's 2 critical fails.
Okay.
That's so same. Lord. Get it out now.
But it's a 7. It's a 7 though.
Yeah.
So
Lucky number 7.
7 doesn't mean we die.
another hour ticks by as you begin to wander the woods once more. You get the sense as the hour ticks by, kind of Bernie finishes up with the last nut that he's needing, kind of begins to look around once more like,
Are you lost? Stop. Are you lost? Yeah? Oh man, we're gonna have to talk to Quell about his friends. So we're lost, guys.
Lost in the woods.
I mean, there are worse places to be.
Lost in the woods.
The Bernie kind of climbs up your head now into your hair and then launches himself off towards the nearest tree and just kind of grabs on and begins to scamper his way up the tree.
And our guide may have just left us.
Bernie, I've got so many.
You feel
I'm hoping he's getting a better vantage point.
a few minutes pass by and eventually you see him kind of make his way down towards one of the trees, lower tree branches, and kind of launches himself off back towards you and lands in your hair once more, Whisper.
Oh, good. I couldn't eat all these by myself.
So you find anything?
Looks towards you, Clover, and kind of holds out a paw.
I drop one.
Pulls it and begins to, with his other hand, kind of point towards a direction a little bit west of where you are.
Okay. We continue.
All right. So, for simplicity's sake,
Mm-hmm.
I was-
Following a squirrel through the woods.
eventually you begin to approach what you see as this small opening in the woods, and you see the lake that was described, surrounded by stones in the center. And Whisper, as you get closer, memories begin to kind of flood back to you. You've seen this before. You've been here.
Oh,
You
weird.
that day things begin to change in your life. It all kind of started around here.
You touched the feather on my head, like subconsciously. Weird. This is it?
Mm.
Alright, guys, this is it.
It's just a lake with a bunch of rocks. What are we looking for?
It's the portal, apparently.
A lake?
Yeah.
Tristan just walks up to the edge of the lake and looks in the water, just to look at his reflection, not because of where they are, just to look in the reflection.
Roll a
Just gonna
perception.
grab onto the back of Tristan's just outfit, just make sure he doesn't fall in.
Roll a perception check for me, Tristan.
Where's my D20 for that? Right here. Fuck. Perception 5 plus 9.
Okay. Looking into it, you don't see a bottom to the lake. It doesn't look like this would be it's not big enough to just be an empty hole. But as you look into it, there's definitely no bottom to this water pool. I keep calling it a lake. It's more like just a small spring almost.
Mm-hmm.
He's just staring down, not making it aware. He's just looking down.
Okay, well, now we know where it is.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there are other portals too.
Yeah, but I still want to mark this one somehow. I don't know how, though.
We don't have a map, do we?
Yeah, it was kind of hard to get here, so who knows if we'd find it again. Doesn't this token, though, that Quell gave me just automatically, like, take us to him? I thought that when I was going to talk to Bernie, I was just going to ask him how to use the token.
Maybe you gotta toss the coin into the lake. Who knows? Don't do that. You might lose it. We can't talk to Bernie anymore today?
We could.
You
But-
don't want to.
Yeah, because I only have enough energy for a certain number of things a day.
Mhm.
And I've already talked to Talon, and I talked to Bernie once. I talked to him again. I'm gonna be low on energy. And aren't we
What
leaving?
day is it? DM. Joe,
Yeah.
what time of day is it?
It's probably late afternoon. Probably like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Maybe even later. We've had a long day.
Do you think we'll camp before we leave?
We can make camp if you want to.
Okay, well then I can talk to him again. As
I
long
don't
as...
think we have anything pressing, right?
Okay.
So, do we plan on jumping in the lake?
No.
Ooh.
Tristan, you
I
still
don't-
looking in the water?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to sort of look over Tristan's shoulder to see what he's looking at.
Roll a perception check for me.
I will guide myself. Okay. An 18.
Okay. As you kind of look into the water, you see that it looks bottomless as you look into it. You also see something kind of swimming down in the space below. Slowly kind of working its way up. You see this medium-sized form. Kind of hard to tell what it exactly is at this distance.
As soon as I notice it, I stand straight up, grab the back of Tristan's shirt, just like Gormog, and I just rip him back. I just want, like, was it heading towards our direction or just the general top of
It seemed like it was lazily swimming up towards the surface.
Okay.
It wasn't like
I'm
shooting
just
towards
gonna-
you.
Okay. I'm still just gonna yank Tristan away from the water. There is something in there.
I was
Something?
looking.
Something like swimming in there.
It's water, yeah. It's usually what happens with water. You get like a fish or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, this spring looks
Hmm.
bottomless. Like you can't see the bottom.
Well, because it's a portal, right?
I'm just
Listen, I've never been through a portal before. Well, that I know of. Maybe I have been through a portal before.
What
Anyway,
about that top hat?
but I imagine that you just dive right in and keep swimming and keep swimming and keep swimming, and then eventually you're in the Feywild.
well, whatever it is caught me off guard. So sorry, I'm just still on edge from that weird vision thing earlier.
Anyone
Oh,
looking
don't
at
worry
this?
about that. It was just jokes.
Yes, Joe, I am looking.
Okay. As you watch, the water begins to almost bend as something begins to push up against the surface. This
Mhm.
brown, wet hair begins to push up from the water. You see these long ears protruding out, and only just up to here where you see a pair of bright green eyes kind of staring out from the water towards you. Light, fair skin. And kind of scanning around, looking at all of you.
Okay, I wasn't paranoid. There was something.
Hi.
As you say hi, it kind of dives back down.
Oh.
Okay.
Tristan immediately looks at Gormrog.
Pull
Immediately
some of the
alert.
moss out of my hair. And kind of just toss it onto the surface of the water.
You see some fingers kind of reach out. Beautiful long fingers kind of reach out and wrap around the moss and pull it down below the surface. The head kind of pops up once more. A little bit more
Hi.
to the nose now. You see her mouth like chewing something under the surface.
I'm gonna look at Bernie. I'm gonna look at this thing. I'm gonna pull a little bit more and toss it from a distance.
You see her hand break the surface and grab it and just kind of shove it back in her mouth. Just sits there
Do you
watching
talk?
all.
Can I insight check. Like, is she curious? Is she malicious? Is she just what's going on?
Roll an insight check.
This is a devious attempt to get us to lower our defenses, and Moss actually powers her up, and she's going to devour us all.
That'll be 18.
18.
Yeah.
Based off the way her eyes are kind of held currently, she seems very curious about all of you, but also fearful about why
Like,
people are
Kiddish.
in her space.
Hi, do you speak common?
Yes.
Oh, good. Hi, what's up? You just came out of this little pond.
What are you doing here?
Well, we just walked here. We're not like doing anything. I guess we're standing. So I guess right now we're standing here.
What are you standing here for?
Nothing in particular.
We were just trying to figure out what to do next.
Tristan sits at the edge, at the like not the very very edge, like right near the water, but he sits oddly intrigued,
She swims
And-
to the opposite end of the small space.
and he's just sitting crisscross applesauce and looking around and just
Did you come from the Feywild?
Yes.
Cool. So what is it? So like you just like dive in and then you swim for a little bit and then you're just like in the Feywild?
Yes. And who are you?
I'm Clover. I'm from Hobolt County.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's just a different place like the Feywild.
Okay. Did you need something? Why are you at my house?
Do you know-
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you know Quell?
No.
Oh. Well, my friend Quell is from the Feywild.
I mean, so are you.
Well, I'm from Hobolt County.
Okay. Never heard of that, but okay.
Well, I never heard of the Feywild until like 3 days ago.
You're a strange bunny.
Well, no one's ever called me that before. I mean, I've been called strange a lot, but usually it's like that strange, weird rabbit girl. So, what's the Feywild like? What are you doing here?
Weird questions.
Well, not really. You asked us what we were doing here, so
Well,
I'm
you're in
asking
my
you what
house.
you're doing here. What do you mean?
my
This
home.
is the
No,
this
this-
is the woods.
We didn't know this was your house.
Where's your roof?
I don't know. What? You're a strange bunny. You ask weird
Oh.
questions.
Okay.
Why would I have a roof?
Hey. I don't know. I guess the houses in Hobolt have roofs. So thanks. So this is your house, huh?
Yeah.
How long have you lived here?
Long time.
Oh, it's our first time here. Our friend Bernie brought us here. He's the squirrel.
Hi, squirrel.
while Tristan's looking around, can he check and see if anything's happening around any parts of the water while he's sitting there looking around?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
15, 14, 15, 17.
Okay. Looking at the water, you just see her kind of like feet kind of splashing beneath her. Nothing besides that. Just her sitting here in this small spring.
So what kind of creature are you?
I'm a siren.
Oh. I've never met a siren before.
Well, hi.
What's your name?
Fallen.
Fallen. That's
No,
a
I don't
pretty...
think I will.
That's a pretty name. My name's Clover.
I'm Whisper.
Just gonna wait. Hand breaks the water and kind of waves at all of you. Did you come here for something, or?
Oh, so, okay, here's... So, we met a guy. His name is Quell, and he's from the Feywild. And we did, like... We killed some people together. No big deal. Don't worry about it. And then, like, we went back to this grove, and he was telling me that I'm not actually a halfling. I'm something called a heron gun, which, like... Okay. And then he gave me this token. Don't touch it, because I don't know you. Sorry. But he gave me this token and told me that I could use it to see him. But I don't really know how it works. I'm just going to put it back in my pocket. And then my friend Whisper talked to the squirrel, and the squirrel was like, there's also another way you can get to the Feywild. And he brought us here. And that's literally the entire story.
Okay. So now that you've seen it, goodbye.
Sorry for intruding on your house.
Well, do you think that we could stay here for the night? It's getting kind of late.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ciao. Oh, that was a natural 19. For my persuasion is low for a 21.
Nice.
I don't see why not.
Are people in the Feywild really nice like you?
Some of them.
Do they come up through this portal too? Is this also their house, or is this just your house? I'm just trying to figure out how it works. I've never known anyone who lived in a forest before.
Well, I've kind of claimed this glade for myself, and so it's my home.
Oh, so no one else can use it.
Nope.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry that I'm just understanding. Forgive me. I've never seen the glade before. So if we ever wanted to go to the Feywild, would you want us to not use this one?
I don't really know you, so to have you just go through my house would be strange.
That's fair. Well, if you're ever in Holbold, you can come to the farm and we'll make you dinner.
Oh,
Just tell my mom that you know me.
okay, I'll make sure to keep that in mind.
But yeah, so we're not gonna like use your glade right now or anything. We're just standing here and trying to figure out what to do next. So we won't really bother you.
And is there an area nearby that would make a good place to camp for the evening?
You can use the clearing. It's fine.
Okay.
Was he telling the truth?
Who?
Quell, he told me that Heron Gun live in the Feywild.
Yeah.
And is that what I am?
Yeah.
Oh, what are they like?
I don't know. They're different people. Some are nice, some are mean, some sneaky and mischievous, and some are serious.
Are there a lot of them?
Kind of. There's a good amount. I wouldn't say a lot, but not a little.
Like a whole village?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't really know anything about them, so.
I don't know too much either, unfortunately.
Well, Thanks for letting us camp out here.
Okay. All right.
I.
What's the plan, everyone?
I think we're setting up camp.
Until
Either
they
we
set up.
can- Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, I was gonna say until Tristan sees that what they're doing, he's gonna stay at the edge of the river and just looking out to the clearing, the sky, and just he's aware, but in his own place.
So Joe said that it's only like 5 o'clock. So we could make it back to town and rest at an inn and get an early start back to Western tomorrow or wherever we're going. Or we could camp out here and then that would probably add another. We don't really know exactly where we are, so that might add a little bit of time to our walk home tomorrow. I mean, back to wherever.
I don't have a preference. I'm fine either way.
I'm kind of down to camp.
I'm down to camp.
Yep, Whisper, you're familiar with these woods?
Yeah.
So, you know what kind of things lurk out here?
Yeah.
Anything dangerous that we should be worried about?
Is there anything dangerous?
Whisper's the most dangerous thing out in these woods.
I mean, there are some wild animals, but I mean, being this close to the city, a lot of the big predators are kind of been pushed out. So, I mean, there's like small things like snakes and stuff like that that can be dangerous, but as far as like large predators, no, not really.
Okay. I relay that.
Well, I'll set up a fire if someone else wants to set up camp.
Yeah, I'll pitch a few tents.
I am going to grab some wood and lay it in front of the tents and cast Prestidigitation to light it on fire.
As you ignite the fire, she kind of like slinks back down into the glade, the spring.
So, Clova, do you still have... I'm gonna shoot a furtive glance over at Bernie. Do you still have more of those nuts?
Yeah, I've got some nuts. Clover reaches down into the bottom of each pocket and grabs the last like 2 handfuls of nuts.
Put them all in this pot that I carry with me because it's cooking utensils. And put it over the fire for a bit.
Okay.
We're gonna slow roast some nuts, and then we're gonna put some of the honey you got and drizzle it on them, just a little bit. Just give it a little flavor.
Guess what else I got?
What else do you got?
Clover dumps out her bag and out fall all of our leftover croissants from this morning. There's regular, there's blueberry, there's chocolate. Croissants for everybody.
Amazing. Okay, so we got fire, we got food. So what are we actually doing after this? Because we've got a few things on our plate.
Well, all I know for sure is that Gormrog needs to take his test. But he wasn't sure about that. I'm sure about that, but he wasn't sure about that. So that's just on me.
Listen, I would love to go back and pursue the thing I was working on for so long. And if I can't, I can't. And I'll just change direction like I always have. Sometimes you gotta give up on things if they're no longer meant for you. With you guys, I found something bigger and better But yeah, we can go back. We can talk to the Cobalt Soul. We can see if they'll still give me a chance. At the very least, we can get some information.
We were gonna ask for info, I think. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
On these blades.
So you might as
Yeah,
well do it while we're there.
I'm still an initiate. I just haven't become an expositor yet.
And then after
So-
Western, and we'll check up on our peoples there. And then I think so many different things were pointing us towards Vasselheim, right?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at Finnick and
I guess there's sort of one thing I forgot to mention about Vasselheim is that other than I feel like the obvious being Pike and Grog, then again I don't think Grog spends that much time there. Other than a select few people in Vasselheim, there's a lot of people that might think I'm dead.
Okay, well, I'll just put horns on you like I put on Whisper.
Do you want them to think you're dead?
I don't know. Because the last time I saw my parents, which brings me to another point. I don't know if my parents are alive. And they have a pretty big presence in Vasselheim, so I'm nervous if I reach out. Word will get around. I'm sorry, I can't really think straight.
So, like, do you not want to go to Vasselheim?
I feel like we need to go to warn them. And
And
maybe
because the
they'll
other
have-
blade is there, right? Didn't we see a blade
Um,
in Vasselheim?
Yes, we did. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. It sounds like it's a very hard place for you.
It's I'm sorry. So
I mean, we can always just go to Western and do our business there and then see what's next. We don't have to decide right now.
And Tristan tilts his head back and goes, "The Temple of the Platinum Dragon. The main temple is there."
and that's where Citron was when I asked him about your curse.
So, I got questions. I don't know how willing you are to answer them.
I feel like I've been. You guys have all opened up so deeply about yourselves, and I really haven't opened up at all. So please ask away.
Okay. So, who are your parents? What power do they have in Vasselheim? Why do they think you're dead? Why did you run away?
That's a lot of questions so
I-
fast.
Yeah, wow.
Sorry, I've been taking notes since day one, but sure, yeah, we can start with one at a time. You don't have to answer any of them. Like,
The reason I've been so secretive is because they have a reputation, and I don't want that reputation to be associated with me. My parents are a part of a group of people or a tribe called the Dawn Riders.
The Dawn, right?
The Dawn Riders.
The Dawn.
And for many years, they were going around and basically hunting these aberrant beings and supposedly trying to help these villages that were being controlled by them. I say with air quotes. They claimed everything that they were doing was in the name of the Dawn Father, just based on his commandments. But the thing is, whenever they would come across one of these towns, they thought the easiest way for the town to come back was to start from scratch. Completely started over. Just the littlest sign of corruption, and it was terrible. They would do terrible things in the name of the Dawn Father.
Like what?
They would wipe entire villages off the map. And
Were you like a baby while they were doing that?
they did it before I was born. Paused for a little bit after I was born, and then resumed.
And they took you with them?
Not until I was maybe 7 or 8.
Wow, that must have been really hard and intense for you.
And once I was old enough to tap into whatever magic I had, it scared them because their magic being so graceful and majestic versus mine being so brash
Awesome.
and chaotic. It scared them, but not as much as it scared them as soon as I started hearing voices, hearing people's.
And they don't have magic like that?
No.
So, parents, not good people. Very judgmental. Very quick to dole out punishment for that judgment. I
Yeah.
understand why you wouldn't be associated with that. You wouldn't want to be. Why does the entire city of Vasselheim think you're dead?
That's a good question.
Well, I don't know if they think I'm dead. I think that they might think that I'm dead because the last time I saw my parents was in a village of the Hespit archipelago. there was rumors of a giant aberration just controlling this town, and they went in to the town late at night, and I started to panic after seeing a bunch of smoke, because for a while they didn't take me on these missions to try and they thought isolation would help. But once I saw the smoke, I went rushing in, and it was all on earth. Fire, bodies, until I came to a certain point in the town and saw this giant slimy creature, long tentacles and fins, so many eyes, and my parents were there fighting it, and they didn't look like they were winning. Like, this beast, this monster was doing everything in its power to win. And the only thing that snapped me out of my gaze was someone grabbing my ankle. And when I looked down, there was a young woman who looked just like me. Looking up at me, saying that she didn't do anything, asking me to make them stop. And she drew her last breath in front of me, and that's when I ran. And I haven't looked back since.
How long ago was that?
A few years.
And you've just been like bouncing around since then?
Yeah. I mean, my family traveled all over Asilra and even dipped down to Marquette a little bit. I knew how to get around. It's just I was scared of experiencing any of that again.
So what brought you to Western?
My job.
Oh.
I would take any and every job I could to get further away.
And that's when we met.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for opening up to us, Finnick.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've lived a confusing and difficult life, but I'm glad that you found us, because we've had some fun times since then. And some hard times, but also fun times. Don't forget the fun times, like we're eating croissants next to a siren right now. That's pretty cool.
I am so glad that I met all of you guys. You guys have shown me what a real family is. And I'm just nervous if anyone's still looking for me, or I guess even thinking about me at this point over there.
Do you think you'd be in danger if they did?
My parents thought that I was cursed, and they would bring up the chain oblivion. But at that point, I think they were just desperate for answers, searching any and every possible corner. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but when I overheard them, they sounded desperate.
Now, I know you're doing a lot of digging into some personal pain to tell us all this. I've got another question that may be hard. Is that okay?
It should be okay, yeah.
Gonna reach my hand out for yours.
My hand is shaking uncontrollably.
I'm gonna pull your sleeve up. You showed us scars all over your body. Did they do that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull you in for a hug.
I immediately start crying. Just a soft, like, sob, but I'm holding on tight.
If this is out of line, I'm sorry, but do you want to kill your parents if they are alive?
Kind of.
Because I can add them to the list.
Ooh, ooh.
Still
like that
holding
list.
on to Fanica. You have a list?
Can I see it?
It's in
They-
my head.
Oh, that makes sense. I have a journal if you ever want to write it down.
They just wreak so much havoc. And they've just done so much more harm than good. And constantly justified it in the name of divinity. And after everything they've done and what they've done to me, I can't help but be a little angry.
Yeah. Should be a
You're
lot.
justified in
angry.
being a lot angry, yeah.
Valid.
Don't diminish yourself because of them. Like,
Or all the
stand-
people that they killed. I mean, you said they killed villages of people, so you're allowed to be angry about that too.
stand true in who you are and how you feel. Your feelings are valid.
You should be proud of yourself that you came out of that situation so normal. I know
Yeah,
like, you like look at yourself and
yeah.
you're like you feel weird, but like you're not going on village murder sprees, not yet anyway, but like good on you.
We
I-
did just take down a monarchy and just leave a power vacuum in a very powerful magical city. But like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, but that's because they were literally cursing the people in their town and sending evil demons to kill innocent people. So I think they were the bad guys. So like we were killing the bad guys. That's a little different.
Yeah. And
So she's a good guy, but her parents are bad guys. is the point.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little black and white, but sure.
No, I think it's like, yeah, I think it's very clear
Okay.
that we were killing demons who were killing innocent people, and her parents wiped out entire communities.
I'm not arguing.
I mean, I know that it can feel complicated with when it comes to family. But if you do decide that you want them gone or you don't want them gone, sounds like you're still working through that. But if you do decide we're there for you, whatever you choose.
Another question.
Go ahead.
What's your real last name?
Sonda.
I noticed when we were signing the ownership of the house back in Westruun, you started to write a last name and you crossed it out and you wrote in Chriselle. Now I am happy to do what we do for her and drop the dead name and just call you what you choose your name to be. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to just... Okay. Then your real last name is Chriselle.
I always
Am I
thought it
saying that
was.
right?
Yeah. Chriselle.
No, your parents. What are their names? Mike and Sharon.
Ekra was my mother. And Jether was my father.
Ekra and Jether Sonda. Members of the Dawn Riders. Gigantic douche canoes.
Higher ups of the Dawn Riders. I don't want to say they were the leaders, but the family had been a part of it for a while. And, slowly working your way up.
Working my way.
Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. I'll probably take the last watch because I'm pretty tired.
All right.
Sorry if this got really heavy.
No, I mean every moment since we've met has been heavy, so this is no different.
Except for the Mud Angels.
Oh, okay, we've had some fun times. I'm just saying, like, this is not the heaviest thing that we've been through together by far.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And Clover, I'm. That's why I saw my father in the dungeons.
Yeah.
That devil thing was trying to scare us.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get very far. Can't mess with us. Not the fists of fate.
Mess with one of us, you get the rest of us.
I know, fists work. Mess with one. Rest.
Our swords work too.
As Gormog does that, I want to fist bump him. Just
Okay, so is there anything anyone wanted to discuss for the evening before we get ready to wrap up here? Any conversations that wanted to be had?
Nope.
Not yet.
Clover's ready to go to bed.
Alrighty, so as you all begin to bed down for the evening in this Fey-infused place, that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Woohoo!
I hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. This is pre-recorded, so you can catch us next time on the 26th for Investigation Check. And if you missed Goodberry last week, it is live now on YouTube. This episode will be posted on the 25th on YouTube, so you can catch it there. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things for the YouTube algorithms. Help us get monetized on there. I got nothing else. Anyone got anything?
Mm-mm.
Jump in the Discord, jump through our link tree, check all the things, and remember that we love you, geeks.
Good night.